Welcome to Artistic Adventures. This is part 7 in our Chinese doll project, and we'll be putting some finishing touches on the doll, styling her hair, and then let you see the finished product. Let's get started. First of all, I did braid one side of her hair, as you can see there, and I'm going to braid the other. But first, I'm going to make a pair of earrings for her. I already made one for this side, and now we're going to make one for the other side. And basically, all I did was take a piece of pink wire and put a loop on one end with my loop pliers and then bend it to a right angle, and then we're going to stick it in the hole that was already in her ear where she had an earring as a Monster High doll. And then we just sort of have this decorative earring hanging down. It has a Swarovski crystal, a pink one, and that sort of goes with her elaborate headdress. So now back to the hair. I had this piece braided on one side, and now I'm going to braid the other side. So I'm just taking 3 sections from the top of her hair, braiding those together and making a little thin braid that we'll use to loop up on the side of her head. And at the end of this, I'm tying it with black thread, which I'll be able to use to secure the braids. All right, now once I have those done, then I can pull them up in a loop and, oh, before I do that, I'm sorry. Before I do that, I'm going to pull back some sections of her hair and put a rubber band on it so she'll have another little element of her hairstyle. So we're going to pull back those sections, make sure they're nice and smooth and combed out, and leave them a little bit loose, not really tight. And then we're going to put a rubber band around them. All right, so now we have the rubber band around that section. And now we can pull up the braids. Got ahead of myself there. All right, so just taking those threads and looping them around the fanned part that's pulled up and tie a few knots in it. And then we'll do the same to the other side. Pull that loop up, tie it around the fan part, and put a few knots in it. And we're just going to let those hang down. The hairstyles that I saw pictures of had some elaborate braids and loops and different things, but we're going to make use of just a couple of those elements in this hairstyle. Now I took a section of hair and wrapped it around the base of the fan portions just to hide the rubber band, and hopefully then you won't be able to see that. I did put some hairspray on it, but hopefully that's going to hold. Sometimes the hairspray is all you need. And now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm taking a section of hair, wrapping around the rubber band on the portion that I pulled back from the front. And on this section, I trimmed it so that the ends were even, and then I put a little portion of glue and wrapped it so that the glue was underneath. And that's to hide the rubber bands on both of those sections. And now we're going to pull a piece of hair from sort of the back side of her neck and pull those forward to hang over her shoulder. I saw this in a lot of the hairstyles. Sometimes they were braided, sometimes not. But I'm not, since I braided the other portions, I'm just going to have these small pieces hang down the front of her dress. And then I'm going to spend some time really just combing it out, making sure everything is lying flat. And I did notice that piece that I wrapped around the fan part came loose, and I had to put a little bit of glue on that. So now it's time to place her crown on, or headpiece, whatever it is. I'm assuming she's a princess because that seems nice. Yeah. So now we have the hair combed out, we have the braids up, the fan's complete, and we have her pretty crown on her. And that's it for this doll. I think she turned out really beautiful. So I'll share some pictures with you so you can see her in different poses. This is a little bit close up, and another one of the full view where you can see how pretty the layers of the underdress turned out. And then a little bit closer look. And there's how beautiful that long black alpaca hair looks in the back. And another close-up view, and one final view of her from the front. So that's our Chinese doll project. It's all finished. I'm a little sad. These projects are going so fast. I get really attached to the dolls, and then it's done and I'm moving on. But we always have something new coming up, something exciting to show you. So make sure you subscribe and don't miss a thing. Bye.